15 celebs who try so hard to look hot it's pathetic. If there's one thing that can make a totally hot woman look ugly, it's when she tries too hard to look hot. One would think that really famous and super hot celebrities would be above that kind of thing, that they would just be comfortable with how hot they look and not try too hard, but in a lot of cases, you would be totally wrong. Many celebrities that are thought of as being really hot, spend much of their days trying desperately to look hot in their selfies for social media. And guess what? It comes off as totally pathetic. The funniest part is knowing that they probably took around 90 selfies just to come up with one that they think looks hot so that some chick that works at Walmart in Arkansas will think they're super cool. Are these celebrities really this shallow? Are they really this immature? Are they really this desperate to look hot? Do they really fail at looking hot to everyone that's over the age of 15 and has an IQ over 90? The answers to all of the above are yes. There are a lot of offenders out there. I literally could have found 100 celebrities throwing up totally ridiculous selfies on their Instagram, but these 15 are those I consider to be the worst offenders. They think they look hot, but they're trying way too hard. Yes, we see you, and you all look dumb. 8. Lea Michele. Lea Michele is one of the worst offenders around when it comes to trying too hard. She's constantly uploading selfies to her social media that involve her body, including a whole bunch of her butt. This is an entirely different class of selfies, one where it seems she actually sets up a camera and then turns around to try and get a candid shot of how her butt looks. Can you imagine this being your life? Spending time each day taking photos of your body and your butt so a whole bunch of people that you don't know can see it and think about how hot you are? When I put it that way, it sounds kind of pathetic, doesn't it? You know why that is? Because it's actually pathetic. Lea Michele tries way too hard. 9. Ariana Grande. With the recent tragedy in Manchester, I feel bad for including Ariana Grande on this list, but she's such a constant offender, it's kind of impossible not to do so. Using a duck face while taking selfies has almost become a cliche because it happens so much, but it's a cliche for a reason, mainly because women like Ariana do it so darn much, and by that, I mean all the time. Do you think she goes anywhere without snapping photos of herself making faces like this? Do you think she's able to go an entire day even without taking a selfie of herself? I doubt it. Because when you're Ariana Grande, being hot is important, and part of being hot is trying super hard to take hot photos of yourself. 10. Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton is the queen of trying too hard. With her, it's all kind of relative because she's actually made a career of trying too hard. It isn't like she's famous for anything but being this relatively hot chick who makes a bunch of hot faces into the camera. She's someone that pretended to be a star for so long that she actually became a star. For those of you thinking of trying this routine at home, don't bother. It only works if you're incredibly rich, and I assume if you were rich, you would be getting your nails done or buying something, not reading this article. No matter how you slice it, Paris spends a lot of time trying to impress people and look hot, which obviously makes her not impressive and not that hot. See how that works? 11. Cash Me Aside Girl. This is one of the unfortunate byproducts of all sorts of dumb celebrities desperately trying to look hot while taking selfies. You have a bunch of dumb people who are trying to be celebrities by imitating them. One simply cannot come up with a better example of this than the Cash Me Aside girl. Pretty soon, we don't have to worry about her as she will almost certainly wind up in a juvenile detention facility soon, but until then, this little wannabe is taking all sorts of duck-faced selfies to try and look cool. The saddest part of the whole situation is that she doesn't even look worse than all the people that she's imitating except for those totally awful eyebrows. What in world is she thinking? She looks awful. 12. Vanessa Hudgens. Vanessa Hudgens always tries way too hard in selfies. A post from Teen Vogue talks about what a great selfie Vanessa took of her hair. It was basically the most perfect version of a hair selfie, so we took notes on how it's done. First, she found a great lighting source and let it bathe her mane in a sunny glow. So you see how this works? Vanessa takes a selfie of her hair, and then a website writes a story about what a good job she did taking the selfie. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. I think I need to go throw up. If making fun of people who try too hard to be hot while they're taking selfies is wrong, then I don't want to be right. Give it a rest, Vanessa. No one cares. 13. Ariel Winter. Ariel Winter is one of the worst offenders. She started off as this nerdy kid who supposedly has some body image problems, so to combat that, she started posting photos of herself wearing no clothes as often as she could. See how that works? Me neither. But this is a good example of how she rolls. She puts up a photo that's supposed to show her being like does this suit look good on me? But what she's really saying is, hey, can you say something nice about my body, please? It's like we aren't supposed to comment on her body even when she keeps posting photos of her body. It's like a Jedi mind trick. One trick that no one is falling for, however, is that Ariel isn't trying too hard. I'm sure she wakes up in the morning thinking about selfies. 14. Selena Gomez. This is an absolutely perfect example of what I'm talking about. Here you have Selena looking as sexy as she possibly can, looking into the camera and making a totally hot face. The thing is, though, how hot is that face when you know she's just making it to try and look hot and that she's being totally fake about the whole thing? For all we know, she has a quarter pounder with cheese and a large order of fries sitting on her lap. The whole thing is so fake, it's ridiculous. Can't you just picture Selena sitting there all by herself looking into the camera on her phone and making a bunch of sexy faces, taking all sorts of photos until she finds the perfect one? Yet, all of a sudden, it isn't so hot, is it? 15. Jessica Simpson. Occasionally, this whole phenomenon sucks someone in who usually is just totally natural and doesn't try all that hard to be hot. A good example of this is Jessica Simpson. Most photos of her are just all casual, and she always looks great in those. In this photo, though, the opposite is going on. Jessica is sucking in her cheeks, as well as her gut, in a desperate attempt to look smoking hot for a bunch of people that she doesn't even know. Jessica, here is a pro tip from me to you: people like you because you're a natural beauty, not because you're some dub like Kim Kardashian making duck faces into a bathroom mirror. Do us all a favor and just do you. The thing is, you look a lot better when you're not trying too hard.